Hi, this is David, Sir David, King David, Ass Hat David, whatever. This is a very special video. I have a guest here in the studio, and they're not allowed to be on screen because when the Muslims come to get me, she's scared to shit with the Muslims. I'm not. I'm ready to go. Okay, I have my mother here. Now, I know I've done videos interviewing Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, and they're always off camera. But there really is, right here, a mother. Now, she doesn't want to recognize that I'm her son. That's the main reason. She's not afraid of Muslims, but the main reason is she doesn't want to admit that she's my mother. Okay, as you know, I'm too old. I got to read my damn glasses. Now, I'm going to hold this up to the camera so you know I'm not lying. Am I there? No. Over here. Okay, here it is. Oh, wrong hand moving. Suit. Flyers barred near the temple, and this is in the Standard Examiner. Every Mormon says to me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, you know, maybe the Standard Examiner doesn't know what it's talking about. Right now, the Bountiful Temple is open for viewing by the public. Now, I couldn't understand, when I saw the numbers that 300,000 people are expected, I thought those might be spirits. Brigham City is a tiny little dumpy town. It's at the bottom of Logan Canyon Road there, and I don't think it has 3 gas stations in Brigham City. Well, anyway, the Mormons decided to put a temple there because they need more money. So they built a temple, and they had an open house. Now, here's what I discovered. There may be 300,000 that come there, but they're not members of the public. They're Mormons coming from Mississippi, Alabama, and New Orleans, and up there in Minnesota and North Dakota. They come by bus. I didn't know that because I haven't been to a temple ceremony in a long time. And you know, Hinckley, Hinckley started waving the white handkerchief. I think he got that off of football games. They did that at football games. But now the Mormons, when they're doing special stuff publicly, in fact, you saw it at the Romeny GOP convention. You saw the audience in their suits and in their temple dresses and clothes. It looked like a sacrament meeting. It didn't look like a GOP convention. They were waving their handkerchiefs, and I hope they weren't used, but knowing the Mormons, they try to save money. So anyway, let me tell you what this suit is about. Okay, there's a little church in Brigham City, and this is a little bit unusual in Mormonville. There's not a lot of churches other than the Mormon church. Now you'll see a Catholic church and a Baptist and a Lutheran church, now Episcopalian. I went to Episcopalian church once. It seemed like a normal church to me. They weren't ailing anybody. But anyway, there's not a lot of other denominations. Well, there's one in Brigham City. Now, I don't know if it has 2 people in it or 200. I don't know. I'm just reporting. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just telling you the truth. Now, you can go right on the internet and look up the Standard Examiner today. I paid 75 cents for this sucker. Okay? I hope you people appreciate me. This is one of my new props. So anyway, this little church printed up some flyers. And the flyers, I haven't read them. I haven't seen them. Okay? But you and I can imagine the flyers... I am on. These damn computers. These flyers were not complimentary to the Mormon church. Now, I know that these people who send out flyers or they stand and demonstrate, most of them are not obnoxious. Most of them are law-abiding citizens who just protest the Mormon church. Say, you know, this is what it's really about. So, this is the problem with the Mormons and running Utah, and why I am on the video and why you watch me. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? The city council. Let me see if I can get the names of the clowns on the city council. Let's see. ACLU is doing it with the city council. Not with the city council, against the city council. What happened is that the Mormons who have been voted in as the city councilor and as the mayor, just like Joseph Smith in Nauvoo, who burned the expositor and got shot in Carthage jail for destroying public property. Same thing going on. You want Mitt Romney? Hey, this is how the Mormons will manipulate your ass. I'm just telling you the truth. The Mormon councilman and mayor said, we believe in the first, or I think it's the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, freedom of speech and freedom of movement and being able to assemble peacefully to demonstrate, and I think it says redress the government. Well, these old people, not very many of them, not very rich probably, Romney did not send them a check. I can tell you that right now. They're trying to stand on the sidewalk, and as the Mormons are getting off the buses coming from all over the world, they're trying to hand them a pamphlet. Now, this can be a little obnoxious. I want to be honest. When I flew into LAX and the damn Moonies, and their leader just died 2 days ago, would hand me a flower, I would say, man, that's bitchin', these are nice people. And after I accepted the flower, then they said, where's the donation? And I go, they're not that nice. So cults can be obnoxious, and they can be a little bit, just a little bit uncomfortable. But anyway, I was in Vegas the other day, and there's people all over the sidewalks in Vegas, especially houses of prostitution. They're handing you pamphlets and coupons. And I was trying to take a few, but my wife she's still a little LDS. She goes, no, we don't need those coupons. And I said, well, we might. So anyway, I just say no to people. I'm trying to think where I was, and somebody was trying to hand out pamphlets, and I just said, no, I'm not interested, don't bother me. And they didn't, and I walked on. It wasn't that big of a deal. Well, up here where the temple is, and where the Mormon church are trying to cover up who they are, and their cult, and their mayor, and the people who are Mormons on the council there, passed a new ordinance. Now, the Mormons love the word ordinance. When you go to their temple, you're getting the new and everlasting covenant. You have to obey the ordinance. And they borrow that into civil society by saying it's a law. It's a law. We passed a law. Now, here's the law. You want Mitt Romney, I've heard him say, I believe in freedom of religion. Oh, I believe in freedom of religion. You don't know what he means when he says that. You don't know. I'm just giving you a little hint. Okay? So the council said, and I've got a picture of it here. I'm not bullshitting you. Look at the pictures. Will I get that in the yeah, right there where my finger is? I don't know if you can read that sign there. Okay? If I held it up there long enough. The council said, this sidewalk is for freedom of speech. Now, let me not quote it, because if I don't quote it right, the Mormons will... free speech zone. That's what it is. It's a free speech zone. So what the council has done is they've taken one sidewalk and said, oh, you can hand out pamphlets over here, but over here you can't. Here's the Romney trick. The sidewalk where you can hand out the flyers goes to the restroom. Nobody's going to be there getting out of a bus. It's the back of the damn temple. Nobody is going to be there. People are in the front. People are coming off the bus at the bus stop there. Thousands and thousands. And these people, because of the new ordinance, they're trying to wave and say, we have a pamphlet here. And Mormons think that's legal. That's free speech. We can take a public sidewalk and we can make it ours because we don't want your flyer on our sidewalk. Now, I don't want to be ignorant here, okay? A sidewalk, you have to keep moving. You can't set a table on a sidewalk and block the sidewalk and have people walk out in the county land or up on the Mormon property. But you can walk with a flyer in your hand and pass it out. That's the Constitution of the United States. Okay? Now, the only time the Mormons like the Constitution and federal big government is when it sides with them. If it slaps them on the face and goes, you can't do that, oh, big government. Oh, look, they're persecuting us. No, you're not being persecuted. You're made to obey the law. Your article of faith, I can't remember if it's the 13th, 9th, whatever. We believe in obeying the law of the land. No, they don't. No, they don't. They didn't obey polygamy. They didn't obey women's equal rights. They didn't obey discrimination laws against the blacks. And now they're not obeying, basically, laws regarding gay marriage and gay people. And the Supreme Court is going to slap them on the face in a month or two and say, go back to your church and leave the damn world alone. Well, here it is, folks. Here it is. You want to live in Utah? You want Mitt Romney as President of the United States? You won't know what damn sidewalk you can walk on. You don't know if you can print flyers or not. Now, the other thing that this little church had to do... There I am. I thought I was gone again. This little church had to get a permit to get a free speech sidewalk. This law is so strict that you can be charged with a Class C misdemeanor if you walk along a Brigham City sidewalk and you hand out flyers without paying your fee and paying for a permit. And you know who gives the permits out? The Mormon City Hall and the council and the mayor. So I'm telling you, you can vote for whoever you want. This is not a political program. But I'm trying to tell you the way Romney was raised. And they think this is freedom of religion. This is stifling of amendments that the United States Constitution says we have a right to gather. Now again, I go back to, if these people are being obnoxious on the sidewalk and they're grabbing people or they're blocking people that they can't move through, that's against the law. And they should be, arrested and taken out of there. But if they're basically dressed and they're not naked, and they're walking along the damn sidewalk, when the bus door opens, they have every right in the world. They're not blocking the sidewalk to hand people a pamphlet. If people don't want the pamphlet, do what I did. Say, no thanks. And you just keep walking and going. So these huge numbers that the church keeps lying about, these are not strangers going to the Brigham City Temple. It's in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised they have a Greyhound bus that'll take people. They're probably charter buses that take people in there. And all the wards throughout the United States are going, we're giving out tickets free. If you're good members of the church, you can go and see the Bountiful Temple. Well, let me tell you something. If you've ever been in a Mormon temple, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. They're not all that different. So this is not the general non-members of the church going to Bountiful to learn about the temple ceremonies. Are you... What? My mom is throwing up. No. What are you saying?
You're saying Bountiful, don't you mean Brigham City?
Oh, Brigham City. They're both with a B. And you all know I'm starting Alzheimer, and as long as they start with a B, the words will be very close. You sometimes have to make them up yourself, but it's Bountiful. My mother has corrected me, as usual.
That you just said Bountiful.
Oh, I did say Bountiful. Oh, damn. It's Brigham City. I need to cut this video off. I need to go get my meds. But anyway, go look on the Standard Examiner, today's date, and see how the Mormon Church believes in freedom of religion. That's what Romney says. And believe me, this is what Romney means. And I'll tell you something else. If Romney says he believes in the freedom of religion, what stops the Mormons now from going back to polygamy? Could he say, well, everybody who's gay can marry anybody else who's gay? Why can't people marry one or two husbands or wives? Especially wives. That's what we want, extra women. Romney believes in freedom of religion. Here is an example in Utah how he was taught to believe what freedom of religion is. Thanks.